So, Professor Young from Rochester, Minnesota, USA. Nice to meet you here. Welcome to Ukraine.
I'm delighted to be here.
Is it your first time here?
It's my first time to Ukraine, yes.
Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hopefully not the last one.
I hope not.
Okay, let's start our talk. We have a lot of things to discuss. I know that you came from Mayo Clinic. It's
Yes.
the legendary clinic. A few words about that.
It is legendary. It's in a small town, Rochester, Minnesota. Has a population of about 110,000. So it's a very small town. It was founded by the father of the Mayo brothers. His name was W.W. Mayo. And this was around 1850. He had several children, but two were boys, and he brought them up to be doctors. Just like a farmer would bring up their boys to be farmers, he brought his two boys up to be doctors. So they were giving anesthesia when they were 8, 9, 10, 12 years old.
Really?
And
impressive.
It was impressive. And he sent them both to different medical schools. One went to the University of Michigan, other went to Northwestern University.
Very clever. In this way, then they can share experience and knowledge.
Exactly. They learned different things. They brought it back. So they joined their father in Rochester. So it was a 3-doctor practice. But they were innovative. They were creative. There are still medical instruments used in surgery that are called, the Mayo forceps or the Mayo clamp, because Charlie Mayo would invent these instruments. So, but what they would do, and I think part of the secret there, their early success, they would travel and they would find the best technique to take out the thyroid gland, or the best anesthesia, or the best antisepsis, and they would bring it back to the small town in Rochester. So their success rates, surgical success rates, they were all surgeons, were fantastic. Better than the big universities in the United States. So doctors started coming from around the US to watch them operate, to see what their secrets were. And as that was occurring, more patients would come. So then they would hire more physicians. So the clinic grew and grew from this 3-person doctor clinic to be very large. By 1919, they realized that they'd created something that it should go on to the future. And they realized that if this was going to be a family business, that wouldn't happen. So they gave away all their assets to a foundation. It's called the Mayo Foundation. And in today's dollars, it would be somewhere near $1 billion they gave away to the Mayo Foundation. So it's run by a board of governors. So today at Mayo Clinic, no one with the last name of Mayo works at Mayo Clinic. It's run by a board of governors. It's a nonprofit foundation. And unlike the early days, now we have 2,800 doctors on staff, 2,700 doctors in training, and 35,000 employees, all in this small town of Rochester, Minnesota, with a population of 110,000.
Amazing. That's a great story. The most important, what I have heard for me, was that they traveled a lot, and it seems like they always came back. That's the problem for Ukraine, because a lot of Ukrainian doctors, they go away and they never come back. It's not about the Mayo Clinic, definitely. What about the principles of the clinic? Because we all know the famous Mayo Clinic principles. I know there are a lot of them, but if I would ask you just to set the 3 the most important, according to your opinion, which ones they would be?
I'll give you one.
Perfect. Instead of 3.
It's called, and this came from William Mayo, one of the sons, the needs of the patient come first. Not the needs of the doctor, not the needs of the clinic, not finances. The needs of the patient come first.
That's clear. So at the end of the day, just few tips regarding the hidden prevalence. So if you see that woman has hypertension, if she has secondary amenorrhea, if she has certain particular features of her appearance, and if you don't know what's going on, just check her adrenal glands.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Something else?
Nope, that's perfect.
It was a pleasure.
Yes.
So, Professor Young, professor who is breaking the rules.